It was my last semester at college, and as I walked to class, I was assaulted by a football player for walking where he was trying to walk. Note, he was 325 pounds, and I was 120 pounds, a vast difference. I slammed into the ground and was instantly knocked out. I woke up to a wonderful young lady helping me up. She made my heart skip and my face red. I pursued her for months and even fought off other suitors before I finally won her over. And after 2 years, we got married, and almost immediately, she bore me a daughter. I had a great job, and my wife didn't even have to work outside of the house. When my daughter was 2, my wife, she bore me a son. My son was the joy of my life. I would walk into his room every morning before I left for work, and I doted on him and my daughter. Well, one day before work, while sitting on the couch, I noticed that the perspective of the lamp in my living room was odd, like inverted. It was still in 3D, but just wrong. It was a square base lamp, red with gold trim on 4 legs and a white square shade. I was transfixed. I couldn't stop staring at it. It was just so off. I actually stayed up all night staring at it, and the next morning, I didn't even go to work. Something was just not right about this lamp. Over the course of a few days, I stopped eating. I left the couch only to use the bathroom, at first, but eventually I stopped doing that too. I didn't want food or water. I just wanted to understand why this lamp felt so wrong. I stared at that fucking lamp for 3 days as my wife got increasingly more and more worried. She even had someone come by and try and talk to me, and I just stopped talking at that point. It's so hard to explain. This lamp, it shook me to my core. Something about it made me sick to my stomach. And my poor wife, she couldn't handle it. She took the kids to her mom's house just before I had my epiphany. Alone in the house, and it all clicked. The lamp is not real. The house is not real. My wife, my kids, none of it's real. The last 10 years of my life, none of this is real. The lamp started to grow wider and deeper. It was inverting and shifting like it was moving. It took up my entire visual perspective, and all I could see was red. Then I heard voices, screams, all kinds of weird noises, and I became aware of pain, a ton of pain. The first words I said were, "I'm missing teeth," and I opened my eyes. I was laying on my back on the sidewalk, surrounded by people that I didn't know. Lots were freaking out and trying to help me up. I was completely confused. Apparently, I was knocked down and experienced a vast and lucid other existence, an alternative life to the one I exist in now. A cop helped me up, and eventually an ambulance arrived, which took me to a hospital. And I couldn't stop crying. CT scans, x-rays, the whole 9 yards. Eventually, it led to psychiatric help. I went through 3 years of horrid depression. I was grieving the loss of my wife and kids and dealing with the knowledge that they never existed. I was so scared that I was going insane, and that this must have actually been the other reality that I needed to wake up from, because I needed to return to my real reality with my family. And I would cry myself to sleep, hoping I would see her in my dreams, and I never have. But sometimes I see my son, usually just a glimpse out of my peripheral vision. He is perpetually 5 years old, and I can never quite hear what he says. Nothing feels okay anymore. I have accepted that life wasn't real, that those people aren't real, and never were, but I still miss them.